Today's video is a favorites video. Hello fellow YouTubers, I'm Cassandra Joy and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a favorites video and I haven't done one of these in a very long time and I figured one was due. So I've gathered a bunch of different items from a bunch of different categories and I thought I would share what I'm currently loving right now. I often show bits and pieces of what I'm loving in my vlogs, but I figured this might be nice to have a dedicated video to all my current favorites. Let's see, what should we start with? Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about are shoes. Now, I only have one pair because I want to do another favorites video for fall. So these are summer shoes, but they are literally the only shoes I've worn the entirety of summer. And let me tell you why. These are called Sootheez. S-O-O-T-H-E-E-Z. By the way, I'll have everything I can linked in the description box for you so you can find it easily. These are called Sootheez. They're a little bit dirty because I wear them all the time. They are like walking on clouds. And when I tell you that, I want you to fully understand what I mean and why that's so significant. I've always had flat, wide feet, no arch to speak of, and that makes shoe shopping very hard because most shoes don't take into account flat feet, no arch. Walking for any length of time is painful. As much as I love flip-flops, I love those cute little flat sandals, anything that doesn't have some kind of support is a no-go because my feet hurt within 5 minutes and it's just not worth it. I've just gotten to the point where I would rather sacrifice cute for comfort, at least in the shoe department. Since making that decision with these shoes, I haven't regretted it once. Highly suggest it, very affordable. I've recommended it to everybody. People always ask, those look comfortable, and I'm like, they are. Please go check them out. They're so comfy. This is what the bottom looks like. They're very dirty. In the advertisements, they show actual cars driving over these, and they're not damaged at all. They're flexible to a point, but they're also very sturdy, so they have a lot of cushion for the weight of your step, which I find a lot of shoes don't, even if they advertise that they do. I just don't know how I'm going to go back to normal shoes in the winter because Sootheez does not have boots. I'm already in denial. I don't want to think about not being able to wear these shoes throughout the winter and the fall, but they're the best shoe investment I've ever made. And I highly suggest you check them out. They have multiple colors, by the way. They had a very cute tan color, a pink color, but I chose black because I figured that would go with the majority of my clothes. Next, on to coffee. You all know that I live and breathe for coffee. And I also like to go plastic-free as much as possible. Sometimes it's unavoidable. Sometimes I forget to bring the thing that would eliminate the plastic, But since I found this Stojo cup, I have never looked back. I love that it's compactable. My mom used to have a little pink cup very similar to this, but it was plastic and it was just a drinking cup, but it would fold like this. As soon as I saw it, I thought, I've got to have it. It's perfect for traveling. It's perfect for packing. It fits into every little purse I've got, which is saying something because I've got some tiny purses. I'll open it up for you. You can see what it looks like. They have, whoops. I'm doing this very ungracefully. Stojo has lots of different colors, lots of different sizes. It comes with a foldable straw, which I find super cool. It has ounces listed on the inside, so you can take it to your local coffee shop and say, I'd like a large, please, and then they know by the ounces how much to fill it up. But you can put the straw in here, put the lid back on, and there's a tab that opens up like this, swivels around, and then you can sip it out of here, or you can have the straw poke through and drink it with the straw. And this little thing is the only hard bit of plastic you'll find, basically because this part is so squishy and flexible. This gives it a little bit of stability and also protects your hand from hot beverages. And then if you want to fold it, you just push the straw down, swivel the clasp closed, you take this plastic bit off, fold in, and then put the plastic bit upside down onto the bottom, and there you go. Fully collapsible travel coffee container, and it's perfect. I absolutely love it. It is BPA free and dishwasher safe and comes in a variety of colors. I chose Dusty Rose because I love pink. and it served me well on many road trips. And I also like that it's sizable, you know? The metal ones that you get from like Target or Walmart or something, they just don't hold enough of my beverage. I don't like just having a sip and it be done. This thing holds quite a bit of liquid, so that's always nice. So if that's something that you're looking for, I highly suggest Stojo. Let's talk about fragrances. So I wanted to show you a couple of scents that I've been loving and one item that might surprise you. For perfume, especially fall scented, I have been loving this Demeter Fragrance Library Gingerbread scent. When I tell you, it smells like an actual bakery. It's so good. And apparently the Fragrance Library has a multitude of scents, and each one is exactly what it's titled. So if it says banana bread, it's gonna smell like banana bread. If it says roses, it's gonna smell like roses. And these are very inexpensive, honestly, for the amount of potency as far as the smell goes and as far as the size. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. It's a cologne spray and it's 4 full ounces or 120 milliliters, and it just smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. It's gonna make me sneeze now that I've sprayed it. That was smart. There it is. And then this holiday gingerbread lotion from Living Simply Soap. This particular store is located in Troy, Ohio. It has tons of bath bombs and soaps and lotions, and my friend actually gave me this. I think it was for Christmas last year, and it genuinely smells like gingerbread, and it pairs so perfectly with this perfume. So if I want to smell like a baked good, I put these on and I'm good to go. This room spray is so good. I got it from Antiques Village, which is a huge mall full of antiques and thrifted items and vintage goods, and it's pure heaven. I think the most recent trip was with my cousin Jojo, which I will link in the corner for you. It was so fun taking her through there and just browsing and looking for fun things. And I spotted this room spray. It's pumpkin spice latte, and it's by Scentsable Scents LTD. I believe that it's available online as well. It was $8 and it's a 4-ounce spray. And when I tell you that this thing has lasted me so long, I mean, look, I've barely dented it because you don't need much. I'm gonna spray it again and I'm probably gonna sneeze. Even though it's a room spray, I've sometimes used it for perfume because it just smells that good. You spray once, maybe twice, and your entire room is filled with a delicious scent of pumpkin spice. And it's just the best. It's so, so good. I've never found a room spray that was this potent and this delicious smelling. I feel like room sprays often still have that chemically smell to them. It's almost like an aftertaste, but it's not a taste, it's like an after smell, if that makes any sense. And this, it doesn't actually say, but it runs in my mind that this was homemade, so I assume that it's full of better ingredients than the kind you just pick up at the grocery store. It says, simply shake and mist around the room. Do not walk into the mist, allow to dissipate. May be used for bed sheets, furnace filters, vacuum bags, car mats, etc. The room smells like it now, and it smells so yummy, and it just is the perfect scent to introduce autumn. Again, it's by Scentsable Scents LTD. Moving on to other scents, I've got to say, I am not usually a sucker for gimmicky commercials. I like when the marketing is well done. If it's gimmicky but the marketing is on point and you've got the quality of product to back it up, I'm fully on board. This was one of those products. You may or may not have heard of Poo-Pourri and have seen those very silly commercials. I thought, there's no way this thing works, but I thought I'd give it a try because at the time I worked at a place where there were public restrooms, and sometimes people were waiting in line and you just didn't want to be the one to leave a bad smell in the restroom and then have somebody walk into that. It's not a proud moment, and we've all been there, right? When I tell you these things, when I tell you that this product covers up any smell that could be created in a bathroom, it 100% does what it says it will do. I keep one in my purse at all times because you never know when you're gonna need it. It's just one of those boxes you can check off and think, that's a worry I don't have to think about. It doesn't cost a lot. I will say the pumpkin one that comes out in the fall is by far the best smell out of all of the ones that I've tried, The pumpkin smell is by far the best. I have the lavender, tea tree, and rosemary one, and then I also have the peony, rose, and citrus. And both are really good. They both do the trick, and I keep one in my bathroom and one in my purse. I will never not have one of these in my purse. They're just that good. To finish off the fragrances, I wanted to talk about Lume. I feel like I've mentioned it here and there in previous vlogs, but I've recently tried to transition from aluminum-based deodorants that, although do the job, aren't great for you and can cause cancer and all of those things, and I just felt better going a natural route, and I thought I would try Lume because I'd heard so many good things about it. And again, the quirky marketing with the product to back it up sold me completely. I use this everywhere and it genuinely does the job. I will say that there was a transitional period of sweating more just because the aluminum-based ones, what is it that they have in there that prevents you from sweating? Natural deodorants don't seem to have that property. Your body is adjusting to a new formula, right? So mine was like, what the heck are you doing? And would sweat a little bit more than normal for a while. It has since adjusted. The transitional time is different for everybody, but I have loved the warm vanilla scent, and I can literally put this in my purse and take it everywhere and use it everywhere. It's perfect for your feet, for your underarms, anywhere. It has 72-hour odor control, aluminum-free, baking soda-free, and naturally scented. I don't have any adverse side effects to this. The smell is wonderful, and this is the second tube that I've purchased. I purchased the orange one, which I think is citrus scented. Don't quote me on that, but I prefer this. If I can, I will forever be purchasing the warm vanilla because, as you can tell by the other things I showed you, I love that warm bakery kind of scent. And it just, again, checks off one of those worry boxes that you no longer have to worry about, especially in the summer when you perspire a lot and you're moving around and sometimes the aroma that follows isn't always very pleasant. This covers that up and prevents it from happening altogether. I highly recommend it. It is tried and true for me, and I will never be going back. Let's talk about hair. I have very thick hair. I've straightened it today so it doesn't look as thick as normal when it's floofy. For anyone who also has thick hair and know the struggles that go along with it, you know that tangles are inevitable. And I've gone through so many brushes that just never seemed to fully detangle, or if it did, it hurt like crazy. The only brush that I found was a foldable wet brush that I found at Kohl's, and that was the closest thing to pain-free that I had ever found until I came across this wet brush. And I think I found it at Kroger. I'll link it down below, but it's literally called Wet Brush, and I purchased it because I saw someone on YouTube talk about the way you can tell if the brush is made well. If you turn it sideways and you see that the bristles going straight up and down have spaces in between them, and if you turn it this way and you go down, there's no spaces. So basically, by turning it sideways and having the spaces in between the bristles, you brush through and there are no tangles. No pain. The space in between the bristles makes all the difference, and this brush works when my hair is wet, works when my hair is dry, and I'm telling you, there's so little pain. I won't say there's no pain because that's impossible if you have thick hair and slightly curly hair like I do, but there is minimal pain, and for me, that's a miracle. So I will never go back to a different brush. If this one breaks, I'm buying a second one because it's just that good. We'll never go back. The last hair item on my list is this really adorable hair clip. First of all, it's so cute. It has pink, almost a mustard yellow, and a cream, and it's beautiful. But it didn't make it into my favorites video just for aesthetics, although I wouldn't put it past me to do that. I love it because of the shape. I purchased this from Revival House. I've taken you there lots of times. It's located in Troy, Ohio, and it's amazing. And in fact, the owner is going to be opening a coffee shop. I will definitely be taking you there. Hello, airplane. Oh no, it's a helicopter. Don't you know I'm filming? You'd think they'd plan their routes around my filming schedule. Rude. Anyway, this is so cute. The entire Revival House store is adorable, but I picked this up on a whim because they were having a sale, and I'm a sucker for sales. And when I put it in my hair, I found that it held my hair way better than any other clips I have. First of all, it's made well. It's a little thicker than the normal ones that you pick up from Walmart. The tapered shape does something to my hair to where it just keeps it contained in a way that my other clips don't. I'm gonna have to go back and buy more because this is the only thing that keeps my hair secure all day long. No matter if I'm just pulling the top and sides back and have it back here, or if I put all of my hair up and put it like this, doesn't matter. It keeps it contained the whole day. They're not that expensive either, so if you live in the local area and you want to have a hair clip that actually does what it's supposed to do, I highly recommend going to Revival House and picking one up. And that transitions perfectly into beauty. I wanted to talk a little bit about a few of my favorites that I use constantly and have been loving for a really long time. I have mentioned these on and off in vlogs, but again, I thought it would be helpful to have them all in a concise place for you. Let's start with skincare. This Nutrogena Hydro Boost, it's a gel cream for extra dry skin. It's made with hyaluronic acid, and it is the only moisturizer, affordable moisturizer, that I will ever purchase. It doesn't have a fragrance, which is key for me. Certain fragrances don't sit well with my skin. This is genuinely so hydrating, and I have pretty dry skin if I leave it alone for too long, but this just puts the moisture back in, and it's very lightweight. They have a lotion as well that I swear by, especially when I have sunburns. I just really love this brand as a whole, especially their Hydro Boost section, and it's just so lightweight, feels so refreshing on the skin, and I love it. Totally swear by it. Speaking of sunburns, I have a favorite sunscreen that I know you've seen before. I love this. It's called the Dermedicine Weightless Face Moisturizer. It has SPF 25. It has sage leaf, grape stem cells, green tea, and vitamin E. It's a daily face moisturizer and it smells divine. I don't know what it is either. Oh, I have it on my nose now. That was good. It's affordable, available on Amazon, and I've had this for I think 2 or 3 summers now, and I'm still not through the entire bottle because it doesn't take much. A little goes a long way. I put this on after my moisturizer but before my foundation, and it works a treat. As for foundation, I use Bare Minerals Complex Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream with broad spectrum SPF 30. It's a tinted moisturizer and it's in the color Cashew 3.5. I love this because even though it's my tan color, it works throughout the winter when I'm not tan. I think it's because it's such a lightweight formula. It doesn't paste on my skin like a normal foundation would, and so the color isn't as imperative, if that makes sense. I love it. I've been using it for years, and I don't think I will ever go back to full coverage foundation except maybe on rare special occasions where I want to really glam up. The only official makeup that I wanted to show you is a lipstick that I've been loving, and actually I don't even think it's called a lipstick. The problem is that the name of it has rubbed off the packaging, but I can tell you that it's called Can You Even, and I'm almost positive it's by ColourPop. It's this lovely lightweight formula that I'm wearing today, and it goes on silky smooth and dries matte. It's the perfect nude, and I want to pick up some more because I love the formula so much. It's perfect for summer. Honestly, it's perfect for any season. It blends well with all of the different fashions and all of the different colors that come with each season. I really love this. I've had it for a long time and I still have tons left, so a little goes a long way with this formula. You don't need much to cover your lips, and it doesn't feel cakey. It doesn't feel chunky. At the end of the day, flaking off your lips, if that makes sense. This just fades elegantly into the background. I fully love this, and I will continue to wear it and probably buy more. Now for books. I want to do a dedicated book favorites video or book review video, something like that, because I am reading more and I listen to audiobooks non-stop. I forget that those count as books. I don't know why, but I feel like if I don't have the physical book in my hands reading it, I feel like I haven't read a book. But technically audiobooks count, so we'll definitely do a video like that. But I just wanted to feature a couple books that I have fallen in love with. So the first is this beautiful cover of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. You read that right. It does say Philosopher's Stone. It's the 20 years of Harry Potter magic, and I purchased it in Ireland when I went with my friend Nicole. We went to this little bookstore. Actually, it wasn't all that little. It was beautiful though. And they had an entire display with this book printed in the Hogwarts house colors. I picked Ravenclaw, and I can't remember what Nicole was. Gryffindor? or Hufflepuff? I don't remember. Nicole, you're gonna have to leave a comment because I don't remember what house you're in. But I am a proud Ravenclaw, and I got the blue edition. I love this because it has not only the velvety cover that just feels so good under the fingers, but it has the tinted pages on the edges that is just lovely. It's just such a cool souvenir. There will never be another like it, and I love it. The next book is not necessarily the book itself, but the series. I've discussed this on many a vlog. I think the latest I spoke about it to you was my birthday vlog, which I will link in the corner. But this series by Elizabeth Peters is the best series. I've completely fallen in love with it. It's wonderful. I feel like this was the first book I ever read of the series, and I picked it up at the dollar store. It even had a little $3 tag. I just randomly picked it up at the dollar store because I liked that it was clearly Egyptian, and I have a very special place in my heart for all things Egypt because of my love for the Mummy movie. If you like the Mummy movie, you will absolutely like this series. It's wonderful. I will say the audiobooks are spectacular, so if you don't want to sit down and read, or you like having something to listen to on a long commute to work, this series is perfect. There are so many books, so you've got plenty of content to listen to. You don't have to listen to them in order, but it is fun to because there is a child named Ramses who grows up throughout the series, and it's fun to watch him evolve and become the person he ends up becoming. I've listened to it out of order because I get it from the Libby app, and you can't guarantee what's available and what's not. So good, especially if you like the Mummy. On to movies, or more specifically TV shows. You know that I love Friends to the depths of my soul. It's my favorite TV show by far. I can watch it countless times, have it on in the background, sit down and enjoy it. I never tire of it. But second place is this. This is the Murder, She Wrote entire TV show series. I got this for my birthday, which I'm so grateful for. When I tell you that it's the coziest murder mystery series, it's not so violent that it's disturbing or you have to prepare yourself beforehand. It's very fluff. I mean, it has serious notes and it has serious topics, but it's very fluff compared to what crime shows are depicting now. And honestly, the plots are superior to any and all crime show I have ever watched. I've said it. I've said it and I'm not taking it back. And Angela Lansbury is darling. I mean, she's Mrs. Teapot. How can you not love a show that features Mrs. Teapot? But anyway, I love this, and I will be working my way through the series, and I love Seth, the town doctor. I'm so rooting for him and Jessica to get together. It probably won't happen, but I'm really rooting for them because they're adorable. Also, I will say it's fun to watch this series because I swear every actor in the business was featured in the show from one point or another. Joey Tribbiani's mom was in the show. Voice actors that I knew the minute they spoke from the Adventures in Odyssey series I listened to as a kid. I never forget a voice, especially if I listened to it in my childhood. I never forget it. And it's fun, at least for me, to pinpoint those people and be like, ooh, you were in this movie, and ooh, I remember you, I remember your voice. It's just fun. So if you don't like it for the mystery, you'll like it for the Find Waldo aspect. And that, my lovelies, are all of my favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was really fun. I haven't done one in a long time. I'd like to do more if you're interested. If you like this kind of thing and you'd like to see more favorite videos in the future, please give this video a like so I know you want to see more. And let me know in the comment section future categories you'd like to see featured. More makeup, more in-depth book reviews, jewelry, whatever. Let me know. And if you don't want to miss those future videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss a future video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye!